Mic check. Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Asphalt Music Show. I'm your host Ian Magbanwa, and tonight we'll be joined by my two co-hosts Cyril Sorongon, aka Silverfilter, and Abdel Aziz, also known as Mads Abubakar, also known as Abdel Aziz. Okay, so this is the second episode. We'd like to thank everyone who watched the first one a couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago. And we want to thank the artists who sent in their stuff. Great tracks from Eva Evolver, Squid9, Demoli, D-Maps, and Red Feather, who is going to launch her album. Red Feather is going to launch her album on August 13. So if you guys are, you have your ears on the electronic scene here in the Philippines, I do hope you check it out. She's launching her album Red Box Lumina on August 13, so go look it up. Okay, so tonight we are playing around with The Crew 2, which is an open world game. It's an online game, so there are a lot of other players like this guy right here in the Lamborghini police car. So we'll just go drive around, we'll go pick up Cyril and Mads, and we'll start the show. Now, I guess these guys want to play. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit us up on the chat. This is a live stream. The first episode was pre-recorded, so this is the first time we're streaming it live. Kind of nervous because, of the setup, all the technical stuff, but very exciting. Everything's gonna be spontaneous. We didn't practice anything, no scripts or whatever, so yeah. So inintay ko na lang madapa yung dila ko in a while. But right now, we'll go pick up Cyril and Mads. And if you have any questions about, say, the game, or the scene, or the artists, or even like producer stuff, like what software to use, and where to look up resources, and stuff like that, feel free to ask it. We'll try our best to answer everything during the stream. So yeah. Also, if you catch anything like si ganito or si ganyan is muted, we can't hear the music or we can't hear the voices, please do tell us. It's hard to drive around and monitor everything that's going on. Okay, so I forgot to talk about the car. So tonight on The Crew 2, we are driving the 2011 BMW M5, more commonly known as the F10 M5, F10 being the body code for this particular car. It's a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. I think the first M5 to ever go turbo. And two of those at that. So this is Mads and Cyril are together in the house, so we'll just go call them. Yo. Wait, let's see. Wait. See? There you go. There.
Okay yung kotse natin ngayon.
Yep.
Last time it was
cramped.
It was a classic.
Yeah. Oh, last time you were cramped. This time. Comfy seats.
Katabi kong makina. This time I have a couch all for myself.
Hey, I want to say hi to Patrick Santamaria. Hey, man. Thanks for watching. Fellow streamer as
Hey,
well.
Patrick.
Yeah. Dragon Gaming PH. If you guys are into Call of Duty and stuff like that. If you want to watch him stream, fellow Filipino streamer, do catch him. Hey. So this...
Hello.
Hey, Sai. What's up? Sige, daldal lang kayo. Ako magdadrive lang ako. Kundi, babanggalan tayo.
Shining in na para.
Sige, go.
Hello guys, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight for another Asphalt music episode. And once again, thank you for everyone who tuned in for the first. So we're just we're tweaking everything as we go along, and hopefully soon, you know, medyo ano na. Smooth na yung if you only saw 5
Hopefully we get the sweet spot.
Yeah. Because if you only see like the last 10 minutes before 9 p.m.
the riot before, like stuff wasn't working.
Right now we're
haywire.
Right now we're trying to do it live.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing for us. So first time. So we hope you enjoy the episode.
So
Lads?
yeah, go. I'm just gonna plot a route for us to somewhere. We're supposed to be on the west coast.
Yes. How are you guys?
Okay.
Are we freezing?
No.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, it's cold outside, so it's freezing.
Oh, so this is weird, right?
Wow, ang lakas.
Oh, nice.
Ang tindi nung drone mo.
sorry.
Yan,
Yeah, so we just had. I don't want to drive from Miami all the way to San Francisco, so we'll have to do it from LA. But anyway, weird. Ang weird lang dito is like you have stuff like snow falling on Miami, which is weird. Punta tayong Fisherman's Wharf. Never been there. Have you guys been to the US?
Sarap ng ano dun. Sarap ng
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
West Coast?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah. Way back.
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf. Sarap ng ano dyan. Ng,
Well,
they have the clam chowder by the
wharf.
It's always good to have that. Then
Of
course chocolates. You go to your deli. You get to see Alcatraz.
There you go.
And then the road, the highway, facing the Pacific, Highway 101.
101. Okay, yeah. Yung ano,
Sobrang ganda nun.
sikat yan sa car, sikat yan sa mga
Sobrang
car
ganda.
reviews because they love that road.
Yes. My cousins and I, what we did. So from LA to San Francisco, drive kami. Then on the way back, ako nag-drive. Ang
Sarap.
ganda nun, sobra. Yeah. Tapos, we were driving pa the car of my cousin's mom, but basically my tita. And she got a Vogue na Range Rover.
Oh, wow.
1995. But when I went there, mga 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way, bumati na rin si Wicked
Wicked Adobo. Welcome to the stream.
Nice.
Welcome to the stream, and yeah,
One of
our artists for
one of our
tonight.
artists.
And we'll talk more about Wicked
Okay.
Adobo in this track later. I hope you stay till the end of the stream, man, because you know, if people have questions about your track or like how you do stuff, maybe you can drop it in the chat.
Wicked Adobo starting next week. We will be having our Ableton sessions.
Oh, the two of you.
So
Oh, nice, nice,
yes.
Nice.
nice, nice.
So still music, but then music. We find ways to make music, even if we're all in lockdown.
Yep.
So speaking of music, let's get
Yeah,
on with
yeah, yeah.
it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's drop it.
Yeah.
So
Oo nga.
yeah, so I think before I play our first track, maybe Ian, you want to introduce
Okay.
this track?
This track is from Mumuy, who is the. I
Uy.
wonder, Mumuy, are you on the stream? Make your presence felt. Who is Malik Lopez, one half of Rubber Inc. We were praising you guys in the first episode, the legendary Rubber Inc. And Mumu is also Malik is also my ex bandmate from Drip. So yeah, and I'm really happy that he sent over this really wicked track. And I think it's a collab with Skarm. This MC, yeah. So yeah, let's just drop it.
Yeah, thanks Malik for sending this.
There you go. What's this, no, Cyril, what was the name of the track again? Dual, Dual structure. There you go.
Yun.
Sa
Very
Skarm.
good.
Sa
Very
Skarm
good.
din yan.
The Skarm,
Yeah.
the Skarm
Yeah.
dabble din in in electronic music. Or is he really more hip hop?
No, the artist that Mumuy
Yeah.
worked with, Malik worked with
Yeah.
Skarm. Via hip hop. It's an
Ah.
MC.
But does he produce as well?
I've
Or he just MCs?
performed with him. Saan ba? Madami din eh. Sa Giho and MC, but maybe he's been producing na rin. I haven't actually talked to the guy a while, but it's one of those guys na matagal na rin. I think 2010 Cinema Days pa natin, say. Nakasabay na natin yun.
Kaya pala sounds familiar.
Matanda ka na, Tito. So yeah, lupit, di ba? Lupit ng track ni Malik. At sobrang sobrang it's very Malik, very Mumuy, the way he laid out that track.
Yeah.
Noong una medyo na-flip ako, hindi mahanap ng katawan ko and then when I found it, parang okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Malik.
Parang ang trippy nung akala mo parang syncopated na hindi.
What is that called ba?
Pero
Is that Is that 3/4? Alam mo, I've never been really good at that. Or yung triplet ba? Parang triplet or something?
Hindi. Actually, pinapalitan lang niya yung kick snare. So kick snare, tas kick. Tapos shuffle siya ng kick, then kick snare. Kaya medyo magulo yung parang feeling yung magulo.
Pero pag naroon may uno, okay na. Yeah.
Parang very sharp.
Yeah.
Pero very chems yung
Very
sound
chems
niya.
yung sound. I was gonna say then.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yung
the synths
yung
na
biglang mag-arpeggiate na
Yeah.
tapos yung yung
Yep.
gumagano. Sobrang I mean compliment yun.
Ang Chemical Brothers kasi very Mumuy.
Even din yung even yung approach dun ni Skarm dun sa
Yeah, actually.
yung lyricism niya doon. Ganun din eh. Actually, parang on a marching. Pag marching, that's hindi siya 4/4 eh.
Malik, are you in the chat room? Galing. No, we just want to say galing.
Please enlighten us.
Tinatawanan niya na yung tatlong host na hindi nag-alay.
These fools. You will not know my power. Anyway. Alright.
But yeah, anyway.
Mumuy na ganyan.
Solid.
Oh, let's drop another one.
Sige, let's move on to the next track, which is from Eeyorish.
Yeah. I like this one. Yeah, go.
Kasi aliw yung yung name niya. So, I hope we can. Sige, let's listen to his track first.
This is it's a mashup of Hello by Adele and I guess a track called Swerve, right? Pero he gave it his own touch, and yeah, just listen, guys.
Okay.
Wondering if after all these years you'd like to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal you kind of much. Hello, can you hear me?
There you go. That was Eeyorish with his Hello and Swerve mashup. It's a trap track if you guys aren't familiar with trap. Pero sobrang aliw na aliw yung bass nito eh. Like if you listen to it closely, gustong-gusto ko yung gapang and gulong ng bass nito eh.
Yung actually wild siya eh. wild yung
I think the synths na he was using differentiated his stuff eh. Like I've heard a lot of like trap tracks. They sound very I mean, trap kasi parang medyo very hip hop, di ba? So a lot of the trap tracks na pinapakinggan ko, it still has that parang urban street grimy angry flavor. Whereas this particular track sounds more like an electronica experiment na put on top of a trap groove, di ba? Like if you listen to how he runs his bass lines, aliw eh.
Saka hindi ko nga nagulat din ako na kaya pala abutin yun ni Adele. Yung ganun kababa.
But that's characteristic of a lot of trap tracks din eh, di ba? That pitch down na na vocals. But yeah. So actually
It's
Go.
very playful. Very playful. This track.
actually when he sent the track,
Yeah. It's playful. It's playful in a sense that. Mhm.
go. Sorry. I think I interrupted you.
Go ahead.
No. He sent a dubstep track, which I like then. But listening to his SoundCloud, I found this one, and I kind of chose that one over the one he previously submitted. I asked permission then, like if we could feature this particular one instead, and okay naman. So, and I'm glad he gave us permission to do so because sarap eh. You know, I've been driving around my like sim racing games, diba? Pinapakinggan ko yung track na yun, sarap eh.
Yeah. Okay, so two songs down, two tracks down, and usually after our second track, we have this segment we call Kwentong Kotse.
Oh.
So ano to, life story anecdotal na experiences natin. But so last week I was able to share. So for this episode, we're giving the floor to Ian, because he has some like really fresh story about his experience with Toyota.
Oh yeah. Okay, so just recently, I was able to join a part of the 2021 Vios Cup. Okay, so for 2020, the Vios Cup didn't happen because of the pandemic, and so it was such a great feat for Toyota to be able to bring it back this year. Anyway, so I was sent there as part of Team Top Gear, which I contribute and I shoot for Top Gear Philippines. And I want to tell everyone, and I wrote an article about this, that if you can, and if you're a motorhead, if you like cars, if you like driving, if you can, at least once in your life, join an autocross race. The thing with an autocross race is you don't need a powerful car. It's not about that. It's not about that kind of power and speed. Diba? It's about control, precision, pacing, and I really found out a lot about how I drive by joining that event. And
What is autocross?
it's a
for the
listeners now. It's a short course. It's a short timed course, and you have pylons that act as gates, and you navigate a set course within those pylons. If you hit a pylon, that's 2 seconds. That's plus 2 seconds sa time mo. And these are really short courses, like under a minute, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, ganun, no? But the point is for you to drive as cleanly and as quickly as possible. And as weird as it may sound, this is yung idea that to go slow, you go fast, applies a lot in autocross racing. So parang if you go slow on a particular gate, you'll be able to get a better time overall, just because you took it slow there, because you took the time to navigate the right line. Anyway, so it was my first ever autocross race. I got a second place for it, which was very exciting.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Sayang wala tayong sound effects na crowd.
Yeah. Oh, mas gusto yung wow. Anyway, so yun, if you are a motorhead, you know, if you like cars, and I really recommend that you join an autocross race at least once. You know.
How ba?
There is a group here in the Philippines called the Philippine Autocross Championship Series. You can find them on Facebook. It's run by Mr. Danny Santiago. He's a legend in the autocross scene. He's been autocrossing since the 70s, I think, or 80s. Siyempre, his friends will tell. His friends will say, like from the 50s.
Days pa.
Diba? No, mga ganun pa, or probably some other place. Anyway, so they run that. You can, I think there are novice classes for autocross where you can use your own car. Yun. It's a bit tough on the car, but you know, if you can at least experience it once, then okay siya. So there.
Nice.
So autocross is somewhat like the mid, parang sa gitna ng slalom
And circuit, basically. Or in the US,
Yes.
yung the longer
Okay.
gymkhanas. Ganyan. Parang gymkhana is parang autocross
Okay.
din, but the tracks are, I think, are a bit longer.
Yeah.
Dito
Yeah.
sa Philippines, because of our setup here, it's usually it's really short lang. Like, the course that we had in Clark was probably the whole thing was within 100 meters lang.
Maybe we can also yun nga, maybe you can also link out Ian dun sa sa page natin when ang tawag dito? For people
Oh
interested.
yeah, sure. Sige.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sige, let's proceed to our third track, which actually was submitted, was also supposed to be included in the first episode.
Yeah, it was
Kinulang
tayo ng yeah.
We just don't have enough time in the show
to feature everything that we want.
Yeah. So it's here. Thankfully naman we're able to spread out all the tracks submitted. So if you've been planning to submit a track, just send it over, and we're just really making time and pacing everybody out para for more shows also,
Yeah.
diba? And just to just have enough time na short and sweet para per episode. So anyway, so moving forward, yan. So this is a track called Destitute of Vision Part 1 from Statua.
Yep.
Tama, no?
I like this track, and it's a good thing we're in this part of the East Coast because sarap yan.
So immerse yourself in the driving scene right now. So let's check it out.
Boom!
Galing.
God
Galing.
damn, boy pa kayo.
Solid.
Hanep, di ba?
Solid.
Hanep. No, yeah. So, ambient track, super galing nung idea, nung execution. Grabe.
Yeah.
I think every episode we need something like that, ano? Like last
Yeah,
Last
we need a good variation
yeah,
of.
last episode it was D-Maps' track. Everyone was like, boom.
Mm,
So I think this episode,
Yeah. Oh.
this
And
one really makes you think.
Sayang nga parang isip ko ngayong scenery ngayon. Parang mas bagay ito nung medyo mag-mountain na ba? Parang ano. But yeah, ako so I'm not a huge ambient fan,
Ako rin.
but ito sobrang grabe. It really takes you on a journey. And yung progression kasi niya I mean, hindi yung movie. Basta hindi siya drone-like
galing.
Ang
Galing.
ganda
May movement, no?
Very
Oo.
pad siya, pero gumagalaw siya, pati yung progression nung notes niya, nung melodies niya, parang it's just moving. Tapos, di ba yung parang first part nung journey, after nung ambient piece, biglang may piano. Tapos biglang nag-start siya ngayon maging choppy. May parang LFO. Choppy na siya na ini-introduce dun sa ano. Tapos later on, nung parang kumbaga nung hinain niya na yung mga LFO niya, biglang may mga reverse.
Ang galing no reverse.
Na melodic na galing. Tapos talaga just di ba? Just takes you on a journey.
Yeah.
So solid, good
Yeah,
job.
I'm super happy ako na now we were able to play it. Kasi like, di ba? Tagal na nasa akin yan So I'm super excited to have it featured. Because ang galing even on a technical level, ang ganda nung mix down, ang ganda nung so much so that all you really need to do is take it in and bahala na kayo ng utak mo kung saan nyo gustong pumunta. Di ba?
Oo. Parang naalala ko nga nung when we were talking last time sa episode, parang sabi, shucks, deserve natin to sa episode 2, parang ganun, di ba? Parang so, ayan, galing. And it's really exciting actually for me also to see all these new names who we don't really see posting much on the groups, on the Facebook group. But it's really nice to see these names. Oh shucks, and hear the material that are coming from the guys in the community. Not just in Electronica Manila, but I mean in general, the electronic community that's thriving in the Philippines. So, ang galing, nakakatuwa.
Great job. That was, again, guys, if you just joined the stream or if you heard the last track, that is Statua's Destitute of Vision Part 1.
I wanna hear part 2.
No? Parang
Sige.
saan naman kaya pupunta yung part 2, no?
Oo nga. Anyway, habang-abangan natin ng part 2, we will move on to a track from an artist called Judah.
Okay, wait, before that,
sige.
I will take you guys away from the immersion muna because nawawala si Mads. Mads?
I'm here.
Your video is missing.
Okay.
There you go. Akala ko nagtago ka sa likod ng upuan ko.
Medyo shy si Mads, shy type.
Anyway, okay. Then back to regular programming.
So a track from Judah. So
Oh.
I remember specifically si Ian, he mentioned from the tracks were submitted, sabi, oy, tip ko tong may X2. So X223 V2F.
Yeah. Okay, so the track is called X223 V2F. I mean, with a track title like that, medyo parang parang whoa, what's going on? Okay. Yeah. But when you hear it,
Sige. So, Tingnan natin. So, this is a track from Judah.
Alright.
Fumade out pala yun.
Fumade
Fumade out pala yun. Akala,
fumade out yun.
Nung tumigil. Akala ko yun.
Yeah.
Biglang
That's
fumade out.
X223BF. Hanip no?
Solid. Alam ko na kung bakit.
Alam mo na kung bakit ko trip, di ba? Yeah, so yeah, that song just reaches out to that trip hop part of me na sobra kong so because you guys know, right? Like I still am, di ba? Na big trip hop fan. Para siyang para siyang Amon Tobin without the kulit. Di ba? Yung pwede rin siyang parang mas kalmadong Amon Tobin, very very early massive attack, very or
it's deep but not too deep. It's just the right amount of contemplative energy.
I think what strikes me most about like tracks like that is if it's able to trigger my imagination. Kasi like listening to that track, you can imagine anything from title screen ng movie or credit roll ng, di ba?
Basically,
galing
Basically, it gives you a certain once you listen to a song, it's as if becoming a soundtrack to an image that's forming in your head. In terms of style, in terms of sound design, it's got this old feeling of a grainy movie, but then it's gritty and hindi naman siya yung parang you're just walking around Cubao but it's Cubao.
Get.
Nag-slow down konti.
Tsaka ang galing, it has the right amount of grime or of yung dumi niya, di ba? Pero hindi yung tipong dumi na distorted, hindi yung dumi na nangaagaw ng
it's an acceptable dumi.
Di ba? Kumbaga it sets the mood talaga. Yung dumi na yun sets the mood eh.
Yeah, ako well, part of our show naman, kaya I wanted also to point out this parang kumbaga we wanna share also some tips and tricks. So I'll use this track as an example. So what's interesting is dun sa if you listen to his drum loop, very simple. Hindi siya simple na parang basic, but it's simple but it works. And the groove is there. And what you'll notice is iba yung may snare siya na chak, diba? Chak, ganun na siya eh. Chak, diba? So, one trick that he did was to avoid it to sound very, very loopy. So, every cycle niya, sumasabay sa snare, may sumasabay sa snare na iba. So, pak, pak, diba? May snare na ganun. So, dalawa. So, yung isang, ang ginawa niya, nilayer niya dun sa snare, parang filtered na clap na naka-delay. So, yung unang snare, may filtered clap dun na naka-delay. So, diba? Pag ikot niya,
palo na.
Yung sunod na snare, parang open hi-hat na close, parang humihigop. Gumaganon. So, kumbaga, that's one way also to make your loop interesting.
Yes.
No, in your kahit very loopy siya, you put some sections na nag-iiba, yung ikot niya mas mahaba. Kumbaga, kung yung loop mo 4 beats lang, pero yung may layer ka na 8 beats yung ikot niya para it makes it interesting. So yun. So I just wanted to baka bigay ng tips.
Basically what you mentioned, Sai, it's looking at the loop in a micro and a macro sense. So micro yung drum loop na then sinabi mo na in every cycle of the loop, the end of the second snare may papasok na that's the macro side of it. Kumbaga it's a bigger loop naman. So the loop that you mentioned is probably, let's say, a bar or 2 bars, and then by the time na may nangyayari dun sa snare, that's like every 4 bars or every 2 bars or every, and then meron pa siyang nangyayari din at every 8 bars eh. So Yeah, again, it's a smart way of making your loop interesting and not loopy. Making your loop not loopy.
Yeah.
If there's such a thing.
Yeah, sarap.
Yes.
Parang parang crime movie soundtrack. Galing.
Yes,
Diba?
yes.
Parang
Parang lalabas si Horatio.
habang
ng
fini-figure
CSI.
out pa lang nila yung ano.
At saka ang sarap ng napansin niyo yan, yung that lazy jazzy roll, yung prak, tug, prapak, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Parang yun na yun bagsakan na.
Exactly.
Galing. So, before we head to our last track for this episode, we wanna bring up our second segment naman, which is our tip for the trip. So, ito naman car related ulit. So, of course,
Okay.
so si Mads naman will be sharing.
Tip for the trip. Okay. So my tip for the trip, especially for long trips, because I do a lot of long trips before the pandemic. Ginagawa ko nun after, let's say, I have a gig, let's say Friday, then I have an out of town show elsewhere. Usually it's in La Union. Whenever I go to La Union, after my gig ng Friday, aalis na ako nun. Kung matatapos yung gig ko mga 2 a.m., aalis ako nun, then darating ako ng La Union. Probably I'll take my drive easy. Darating ako nun mga 7 or mga ganun maaga. Then I'll have breakfast na lang along the way. But anyway, my tip there is that if you have a long trip, you know that you're planning for a long trip. Since we're also promoting music in this show, what I do is I always check out the map and try to visualize them, especially if I'm familiar with the route. I try to visualize them the stops. And when I visualize the stops, to make things interesting, especially if you're driving alone, create playlists. Playlists based on mood, based on energy, based on what do you call this? Basically on what earlier poning pinag-usapan din natin nila Ian na music tends to give you a certain image in your head once you hear it, if it's an interesting sound. So with what I do whenever I make playlists, if you check out my Spotify, I have a bunch of playlists there just for the sake of creating a vibe or a mood every time I do long rides. And it does help a lot to keep you, of course, to keep you alert, to keep you, not falling asleep since it's an early hour drive. And yeah, so far so good. That's my tip of the trip. Create an interesting playlist to keep you interested and keep your mind on the road.
Yeah.
There.
Good tip.
Yes.
Yeah, tingin.
A good tip
Yeah,
from
kaka-sounds
our,
natin. Nasa na
from our
tayo?
curator.
Nasa somewhere in the...
Oo nga.
Somewhere... we're still in the West. Grabe, tagal na natin nagmamana yun. Dito pa rin tayo. Okay. Yeah.
Naliw ko kanina para naisip ko bigla, dapat meron din tayo, di ba sabi ko nga wala kasi tayong mga sound effects. Dapat meron din tayong, sabi ni Mads kanina na, you can check out my Spotify, dapat meron tayong mga plugging, yung mga ganun na mga sound effects.
Oh my God!
Tapos may magpa-pop up na visual ganyan, plugging. Pero yeah, I mean, I've known Mads for
Umayos kayo, upakan tayo ni Mumuy nito eh.
So, yan, tawag dito, yung pag-curate ni Mads ng mga kaya sabi niya, dami siyang playlist kasi talagang mahilig talaga siya put tracks together and give you like a journey dun sa so check his Spotify out. So we're down to our last track, and thankfully we're still within the time.
Oh, we are. All right.
So we'll jump right into it. Oh, okay. So we'll be closing pala with Wicked Adobo.
Yeah. So that's
So,
Nice.
Wicked. If you're still in the
Yeah.
chat room, there. This is your track.
Oh. Bakit ba Wicked Adobo? Yun ang siguro one time malalaman natin,
Yeah.
malaman
Yeah.
natin yung mga
Yeah.
artists natin about their
Well,
AKAs.
there's a chicken adobo, there's adobo na tart, there's fried adobo, there's white adobo. Yeah, that's it. I haven't tried wicked adobo.
Wicked Adobo and Happy Sinigang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sad Sinigang.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, ito okay to, trip to. Very
This is up your alley. No, sorry. Yeah.
uh,
This is up your alley.
I picked this out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
some of this
And I get
submissions.
why.
Alright, so heading to our last track, we have Wicked Adobo. Para ano.
What's the name of
You
the
guys
track?
enjoyed it? Oh yeah. Oh, ito rin. Oh, very timely.
Yeah.
Timely. And title ng track niya ay
Stay at home for the lockdown episode of the Asphalt Music Show. It's Wicked Adobo.
Yeah.
It's Stay at Home.
Stay at home and watch Asphalt Music. So here's this track. Oops.
Okay, magmamaneo ko ah. go. Sarap.
Max.
Paumaga na.
Nice. That was wicked adobo.
With his track called Stay at Home.
Yeah.
Parang ayaw tayong pa stay at home so tugtog yun.
Actually. so ito guys. Okay, so I'm curious. Okay, so Four to the Floor was never really my well, I like some Four to the Floor tracks, pero ito, it was never really my expertise, diba? Although may dinaanan akong phase na what was considered trance, you know, some time ago, but
Better off alone by ito.
Teka, no? Ano yung hindi pa. Hindi, yun na. Yung mga fairy course din, yung mga ganyan, di ba? Which were System F, ba? O, basta yung mga gano'n, di ba? Paul Van Dyke. Anyway.
Okay.
So, my knowledge of Four to the Floor isn't as you guys. If you were to call that track a part of what subgenre, what would it be?
Techno.
Okay, but yeah, is it minimal? Is it, di ba, marami ring klaseng techno di ba? Or do you guys even subscribe to that? Kasi ako, I don't subscribe to that sa drum and bass masyado. Parang to me it's drum and bass, you know. Well, a bit.
Sometimes naman it's more. Hindi, I mean, just to answer yung yung particular do sa
Sub-genre.
Parang ganun. O kung well, usually naman the labels are just there really to just identify it easier.
Okay.
Parang well, ako, that's how I look at it. Not really to pigeonhole it into that certain style.
Okay.
Diba?
Exactly.
Like kunya, diba, usually if they say if we hear a 303 automatic acid to.
Yeah.
Acid siya, pero ano siya? Acid house ba? Acid tech, may acid techno, parang diba, may pagka parang ganun. It's more of that lang. But yeah, generally, Mad, saan mo ba ilagay mo?
Sa akin, general techno.
Okay.
Hindi siya, wala siya sa minimal side. Minimal kasi you would say minimal. When you say minimal talaga.
Naririnig mo
Minimal,
talaga.
sparse talaga. Sparse
konti lang
talaga, kumbaga. Okay.
Ito nga, very percussive yung niya beat driven. Actually, if you'll notice, wala talaga siyang bass line.
Halos, yeah. In the latter part of the track, may sumisilip.
He was using more of the toms as his bass line.
Exactly.
To add that note.
To create the melodies.
Diba? So, I remember si Wicked Adobo kasi is also dabbling now with hardware. So I'm thinking maybe this is one of his he also works on Reason and like yun nga, Mads, I sabi mo you'll be doing Ableton with him. But I'm aware that he's also doing hardware. So it sounds like this is one of his hardware tracks. So that's interesting. Maybe Wicked Adobo can also share kung ano. And this is also call out to everybody if you're submitting a track. Feel free to share something interesting about the track. Like I did this using ganyan or this is a version of blah blah blah. But I mean if just feel free kasi
Share a story.
Share a story. We want to share those stories with the listeners also kasi we wanna lahat ng track natin may kwento.
That's true.
Parang sinulat ko yan nung heartbroken ako ganun, pero siya industrial na
Nag-break kami nun nag-break kami sa warehouse. Habang may nagwe-welding.
Parang
pumunta kami doon, sabay kami pumunta doon. Umalis siya, may kasamang iba.
so yeah.
Diba?
Sama niya na yung welder. Industrial, diba? Industrial heartbreak.
Yun, so yeah, I think
Yeah, I mean, if tama si Sai, if you're going to submit a track, add a note, add a bit of a
Trivia, anecdote,
short
yeah, yeah.
paragraph of yeah, trivia, yeah, exactly. Baka kasi kami, whenever we listen to songs, of course, our analytical side as music creators, then we tend to it's as if we tend to dismantle everything piece by piece. But of course, we only know half of the truth, right? So it's still best coming from you guys who created
Yeah.
the song,
yeah, and the
to
geeks in
share it,
us,
right?
the geeks in us would be more than happy to find out ano ba yun yung like shucks yung pala yung gamit niya, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
Shop,
We're very
shop talk,
interested in
Shop
those things.
talk.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I mean kasi I think this can also kasi it's also helpful for everybody who's listening or watching na also in that journey also parang if they're listening to the track sabi, "Uy, ang ganda nun kunyari I'm starting out, 'di ba? Tapos ang ganda nung track na pinatugtog tapos uy paano kaya ginagawa yun or ano kayang gamit nila dun. So it's interesting na maganda rin nung maka-share tayo sa kanila na oh, okay, that's how you do it or that's what the artist used, 'di ba? So or a plug-in, something like that. So that's ano. But yeah, we are finished with the tracks, but we're just really getting started with Asphalt Music. So we really thank you guys
Yes.
for joining us for our live stream. Yeah.
Hey, we
Sound
lived
effect.
we lived through our first live stream. Yeah.
Oo. And yeah, ito pala, kids, this is a game, okay? This is
Yeah.
a game. So please do not drive like
Wait,
Tito
wait, wait.
Ian, who overtakes in blind corners sa double yellow lane.
Yes.
Do
Oh,
not
only if you can see that, there are no oncoming cars and you have like 550 horsepower on tap. Then, wag.
and you can restart the game if you
Load
like.
game, load game. May save point. Any,
Yun. So we usually end our episode with
yeah.
Mads.
Go do it.
So,
Okay.
Do it.
All right, guys. Favorite ko to eh. Please like, share, and
Yeah,
subscribe.
baby.
And
follow our
Catch us on Facebook.
and follow
Yeah.
our catch us on Facebook, our Instagram.
We also have a YouTube
We're also on
page. Yeah.
Instagram.
our YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes. Slowly we're building it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry. Bibili na lang ako ng manibela.
Yun. So again, for the second episode of the Asphalt Music Show, the lockdown episode, I want to thank all the artists. We have Mumuy. Mumuy, you still there? Si Mumuy sumagot sa chat kanina eh. Mumuy, and then there's Eeyorish, and then there's Statua, Judah, and Wicked Adobo. Yeah, thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
And
Five tracks na five tracks that are really like sobrang all over the place, which is a positive thing. Yun, ang ganda, ang dami nating dinaanan.
yeah, I think we were able to
Style.
good coverage of what's available and what's di ba? Oh, the local talent. Yeah.
It's a good spread of tastes and style from up and coming artists. Yeah, or maybe I may be wrong. They're already doing their waves elsewhere, diba?
Yeah.
Oo.
So tama-tama, end of the episode. Wait, sorry, yung drone ko jet powered. Yeah.
Oo.
So, dito tayo sa
Parang quitis. Parang quitis.
Parang quitis.
Parang quitis.
Yung labo. Nakakapatay na ibon to eh. Dito tayo sa, may burger joint, di ba? So, tama-tama, Bogi. After how many hours of driving? Anyway, I'm just glad the everything worked. Nothing crashed. And, again, thank you guys for
Internet cooperated.
yes, the internet cooperated. No brownouts. Thankfully. There are 5 more people who are
Yes.
watching us make fools of ourselves.
Thank you for staying. Thank you for
Yeah,
staying.
yeah. And again, we'll catch you on the next episode. We'll be releasing the tracks one by one. The tracks for the second episode, for this episode, we'll be putting them up one by one so you can enjoy them in their in all their glory in the coming days. And we'll be putting the links for the artists on the video description as soon as it goes up. So, thank you. Kulit, banggaan nga eh.
Yep.
Busina ng busina pa. Ingay. Anyway, thank you guys. Sai, Abdel,
Thanks,
if you
guys.
have anything else to say,
Stay at home.
Wala naman.
All right.
Keep safe, guys. Keep safe, guys.
Keep safe. Yeah.
Ingat tayo.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night. And I want to thank my boys, Sai and Mads. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, good
Okay.
job, guys.
Good night.
Thank you again.
Thanks for
again.
watching.
Join us next time for Asphalt
We're
Music.
out.
Peace.
Bye.